so that we can see that. And I'm going to open my Hangout.
Should put it on that one because
Yes, we probably should. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, or good afternoon, good evening. Depends on where you're seeing this. Welcome to a different group of people. I'm actually on the other side of the world, which is awesome. Actually in Melbourne, Australia, and been here for almost 2 weeks now, and wanted to do a special hangout. There's a lot of reasons why doing a special hangout, but more importantly, I wanted to bring some friends along, people that I've gotten to know over the last few months, and definitely work with, who have made a huge impact in the Nintex community, but then also in the company as well. And wanted to get them a chance to actually hang out with me and just share a little bit about what they do and what they've done and seen with Nintex, and also kind of the culture and things of what makes the Melbourne office so unique within the company as well. A lot of you may not know that Nintex actually started out in Australia. I think I mentioned in the last hangout, started in Australia and then moved over. They have office now where I actually currently live in Seattle, Washington, or in Bellevue area. But a lot of the core development and things come out of the Melbourne office. So with that, I'll pass it over. You may actually remember someone. Very special guest here, the first community manager, Emily. She's here with me. Yes, she actually lives in Melbourne, which is cool. And we also have UX. I was about to say UX guy, but there's actually a guy named Guy on the UX team, UX Craig here, who's been instrumental in doing a lot of things within the products. You also may have interacted with him doing some user testing, some other things over the years. So I'll let them talk about who they are, what they do, and things like that. And I'll just step out of the way. So cool. All right, cheers. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So I'm not sure how many of you know me, but I did start the Nintex community, and I was living in Seattle at the time, and I've recently, well, in the last 4 months, moved back to Melbourne. I'm no longer the community manager. I'm back at Nintex briefly.
Say that cautiously.
Working in the product management team. So that's what I'm up to at the moment.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Craig. I'm one of the lead UXs here. I'm been around for a couple of years at Nintex. Some of you may have had the pleasure of having me interview you for various user testing. You may have seen me around in a couple of the conferences, etc. So most of what I do is that I go and try and make the products as easy and as usable to use as possible for you guys.
Cool. All right. You're supposed to say a whole lot more than
that.
No,
we can say a whole lot more if you want.
So I guess one of the questions that I would have on this, and knowing, so this is it is, I think 3 a.m. Actually, it might be later. Actually, I have no idea what time it is in the US right now.
It's not 3 a.m.
It's still not 3 a.m.
It's about 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
No,
is
you're
it?
right.
No.
It's probably 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Yeah, so p.m. Oh, actually, so people actually might be watching this. Okay. So if you're watching this, hi. Thank you for watching. No, but most of you all will probably see this as a recording. So we're going to have a lot of fun just kind of doing a bunch of different stuff, since we know it's not completely live, but it is live. It's a live hangout. No, but so one of the things that I had a question about was the culture. So the culture here in the Melbourne office is quite amazing. I got to witness a birthday singing with shared cake. It was actually pretty interesting. So what about the culture is that an influence of the Australian culture in general, or share a little bit about that?
I think it's a bit of both. So generally the Australian culture, there is a lot more social interaction compared to particularly the US culture. There is a sort of you as part of your work, Australians tend to want to have that social connection.
You want to make friends at work.
You want to make friends at work.
Yeah.
We make friends at work too.
Yeah.
So we make friends at work. We do. It's they're actually it's different. It's something to experience. If you do have a chance to come to Australia, it's definitely something to experience. It's in a good way.
Yeah. I think also the other thing is so I've worked in a lot of companies. I've worked in advertising for many years, and they tend to have a very sort of social aspect.
Okay.
Nintex is from a software company, and the software companies I work for within Australia, it tends to be more so than the average.
Oh, cool.
So there's a real focus here. They spend the money, the time, the effort to ensure that that's there. So
Okay.
things like we have every fortnight, we have breakfast.
That would be every bi-weekly.
Oh, sorry, bi-weekly. Yes, I forget. Americans are different.
I like
Different
Fortnite.
systems.
I like
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's actually better.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. Fortnite.
So every bi-week, one of the teams basically has the responsibility of doing breakfast for everyone else in the office.
Cool.
When you have a birthday, there's cake and everyone gets together
We all
and
sing
we
happy
sing happy
birthday.
birthday. There's quite a lot
Literally, happy birthday.
Someone
Literally.
plays the guitar and everyone sings.
Yes.
And you
Literally.
get candles that you get to blow out, and and then it's a great time to socialize.
Yeah,
Yes.
10 or
it
15
is.
minutes while you're eating your cake.
There's a lot of lunches, so
Mhm.
we also have team lunches where we'll actually once I think a quarter we'll have a dedicated team lunch.
Okay.
But there's also a lot of informal ones, usually once a week.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey,
But,
we're going to lunch. Who wants to come along?
And a lot of that is to continue is to give the culture that you're not just working and then you have like a separate life, but it's kind of integrating kind of who you are, what you're doing, so that as a team you can kind of flow with each other and work. And it does lend itself to being a lot more productive. Not saying that what other people, other companies do aren't productive, but seeing that here, that translates into how we're able to get a lot of things done in the products and actually pull features out and do a lot of things faster, and things like that. So that does help with that.
It helps build relationships across teams.
And that too,
definitely.
yeah.
I think that's
And that's a huge important aspect of it. And when I started, there was only maybe 70 or 60 people in the Melbourne office. Like it was
Wow. That's
fairly small.
Yeah.
And Seattle office had just started, and the Melbourne office was really good at getting together all the different teams. And it was really important because you do work with a lot of different teams, and even if you might not work with them that often, you would at least know someone in a different team.
Mhm.
So that you build those relationships, and which is really important when you work with other people. And then the Melbourne office, as it's grown, it seems to have maintained it pretty well.
I think a big thing is that one of the things that I think the sort of the management of Nintex is trying to do is that because we have locations around the world, because we have so many products, and we don't want to go to the point where one team is not talking to another, because they may learn
Right.
something that's really important.
Yeah.
So there's a real focus to try and say, hey, you guys need to talk. What can we do to make it so that it's not a forced thing, it's just a natural thing?
Gotcha. And that does help. I know I do a lot of work with both teams on both sides, and it's important, especially with the time difference, and then also just the fact that time difference, huge time difference. It's funny because now I'm a day ahead, and I'm having to think, okay, what day is it? I'm in the future, so I've always been telling everybody I'm from the future back at home. Like, I'm your future Eric, which is actually kind of cool because I get to actually then work and tell you what's going to happen, and then you have to wait on it to happen. So I get to go. So I'm actually literally going to go back to the future. Okay. Anyways,
You go back into the past.
I was back into the present.
Oh, back into the present.
So
Your present.
presently where I should
Yeah.
be, I'm going to go back to the present and say I was from the future, and I will predict that my book is going to launch as well I don't know. I'm making stuff up now. Anyways, no. So it's that was random. One of the other things that I wanted to do is talk about the community a little bit. You exited.
Little baby.
You exited the community. Frank's now there. He's been doing a lot of things. We've seen a lot of different things coming in the community as well. But from the community, what is some of the things that when you started it, I mean, I know we actually launched a new community portal and things like that, but what were some of your initial kind of visions about the community?
I guess I mostly wanted people to get answers to their questions and to be
Yes.
able to provide content, like for people to be actually able to engage with us
Okay. Okay.
was really important, because the old community was so poor at doing that, and so difficult to use,
Mhm.
that it was really important to get a platform that people could would actually feel comfortable going to, and
Gotcha.
and actually wanted to visit and wanted to engage with, and to be able to get people to kind of talking in between themselves, because we had a lot of siloed. You've got a lot of silos conversations, and I mean, you talking individually, like our customers and partners talking individually to Nintex, and those conversations are things that could have gone online.
Gotcha.
And so being able to put that all out there was one of the really important things about the community.
Okay.
And it ended up, surpassing a lot of my expectations. So like it was embraced really, really quickly, and which was
Yes,
absolutely
we needed
fantastic.
it.
And
Yes.
and everyone just got on board, which was exactly what it needed. And so
Gotcha.
it's been going for almost 2 years now. So that's
Yes.
kind of that's super
It's been-
exciting.
It's been rolling. They actually allowed me to put my Hangouts in there, which is awesome.
Yes.
So I'm in full support of it, if you don't know. No, but it is a place. It has grown really fast. We have a lot of questions and a lot of participation from varied groups of members or varying types of members, whether you're Workflow Pro or you're a developer. We've seen a mix of people, especially either in on-prem or the SharePoint 365 space. And ideally, some of that is, you come there, you ask a question, and you leave, and you kind of come back, make sure somebody's answering your question. But the other thing is being able, like you said, sharing that information, sharing any knowledge that you have. One of the things I do like about a lot of developers is they tend to hack things, which is great because not one product can do everything, especially with our Forms product. A lot of times they'll use JavaScript and CSS to kind of do some things that just aren't in the Forms product, which is great. Being able to share those code snippets with other people, and I'd say code snippets being like JavaScript or CSS to do certain things, is helpful because it helps another person that may not necessarily know a lot about the code being able to kind of do something in a similar manner as well. And those are some really cool things. Speaking of, we just had our InspireX conference. Were you not there?
For various reasons, I couldn't. I was supposed to go and didn't. I
don't remember you being there. I was like, what happened? So I get to update both of you all on that. So it was an awesome conference. I did a post of the Hangout before. I did a post of InspireX, where I talked about the conference, the keynote, and some things that came out of it. One of the things that I mentioned, and I'll mention it again, is Nintex Exchange. That is something that is coming, and it is coming straight to the community. It is going to be something that does exactly what Emily has been saying, and it will actually help you do more. What Craig was saying as well is doing more with the products, being able to work out how do you like the products, etc. But the Nintex Exchange will be similar to a marketplace type thing, where you can actually load in assets and things like UDAs, custom actions, connectors, workflow designs, form designs, etc., and even JavaScript code. You can upload that and share it amongst other peers inside of the community. And the goal of that is for you to be able to surface, here's what I've done, here's how I figured out something, and then for other people to do the same thing. So if you have a question about, actually I saw an email today about trying to do something with Oracle, and it's like, I know someone that has done that. Now I have to go to the community and find it. But with the exchange, what we'll end up doing is actually centering a lot of that in one place so that you can find it a lot easier, especially when it comes to things to do with Nintex. So that's something to be on the lookout for. Is coming soon. We actually are starting beta really soon, which is cool. And excited about that. Just kind of, again, providing more ways for you to do more with Nintex, do it faster, easier, and better. And that's actually one of the slogans that I created. But yeah, so it's something that's going to be coming really soon, and something you definitely should be looking out for. We have some new products that's come out as well. Insight, I think, was one of them, and NWC. And,
I know all about that one.
You mind sharing a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, I can share a bit about both.
Okay, cool.
So Insight is a ability, and talking long term here, it's still in beta at the moment. It's not going to be released for quite a few months. But it is a product that enables you to get some more analytics and reporting around what you've got and what you use in Nintex.
Okay.
So it'll help you work out where all your workflows are going, what forms you've got, who are using them, how many, are you getting the value that you think you're getting out of our products?
Okay.
The Nintex Workflow Cloud is a cloud-based workflow designer. So
Okay.
you'll be able to create, rather than creating your workflows sitting on top of SharePoint, you'll be able to create them sitting on top. You'll be able to create them sitting on top of the Nintex Workflow Cloud, which can then hook into your existing products,
Gotcha.
SharePoint Online and O365.
Okay, cool. That sounds pretty interesting. So I can use this independent of SharePoint.
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right. And
And it's going to out of the first release, it's going to have a whole lot of stuff that you'll be able to connect into, things like Salesforce, Dropbox. There's about roughly 30 connectors.
okay.
So connect into a variety of different systems. First cut, obviously the initial beta, there won't be as many things as what there's a whole world of cloud-based stuff. It's not going to have all of those, but rapidly going to be putting them on as soon as we get some feedback and saying, well, people really need this particular Oracle, SAP, whatever it may be. Once we get some feedback of that's the next thing that we should be doing, that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh, that's good though. That'll be good. You say you're doing stuff with product marketing.
Management.
Well, sorry, product management.
I'm doing insight stuff.
You're doing insight stuff.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
awesome. So she's giving a lot of insight to insight. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
No, that is cool. So with insight, basically it's giving this is really
It's giving you insight.
It's giving you
into
insight into your workflows and forms.
We really thought out that title.
Hey, I'm not on the marketing team. So cool. No, that is actually interesting. Interesting or fun fact about Nintex, something that you think someone may or may not know about Nintex.
That's a good
As I
question.
said, I've got
You
one,
got
and I'm gonna UX. I'm gonna really go down that path. Is that interesting? Fun fact is that of all the software companies I work for, the most open to get wanting feedback.
Oh,
So
that's
Really?
fantastic.
it is. It's really so.
Okay.
The community, the way that the sales organization talk to you guys, UX, etc. They really want your feedback and really can't change the product based on that.
Okay.
The other interesting fact is that it's always interesting because we're all around the world and we've got all these things happening.
Right.
It's always another interesting fact about Nintex is that it's amazing how there's certain characters that just everyone seems to know. So
What's wrong with that? I think I was one of those people.
You were one of those people. I'm sure that if you were to say that for certain people who is Fitz,
Yeah.
Yep.
everyone knows Fitz.
Yeah.
So and it's
It's brandability.
Yeah. Just
Is that
very
a good way to put
interesting
that?
the way
Personable
that,
brandability.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Agree. But it's valuable, right? I mean, that's one of the things that helps kind of keep a consistency through change. Is the brand. I mean, and I mean that's something I've actually tried to work with building as a brand in some ways inside the community as well. Not to the level of Fitz by any means.
What, you don't want to go wandering around in a kilt?
No, by no means. I think I would probably be an abomination to that. No, not everybody can pull that off. He can definitely pull that off. But I think it helps because it's kind of the persona that he gets into the character when he's presenting, and people love that. I mean, it's actually really interesting. If you ever get a chance to see Fitz in action, it's an experience unlike any other, literally. And he makes some really good drinks too. So definitely makes some really good drinks. But yeah, so but I think that there are things that, I mean, and definitely there are people in the community that people know in the community as well that tend to be the leaders or tend to be, I guess, we actually started Nintex Champions in 2014.
Nintex champions.
So that is something that you don't have to be an expert in Nintex to be a Nintex champion by any means, but it's being in the community and helping other members of the community, and through that help, one, you'll learn more. That's something that I found to be a really good way to find other issues I didn't know existed. So you'll definitely learn more, and you'll meet a lot of cool people. And with like our first conference, met a lot of people that I knew by name, completely knew by name, and finally met them in person. It was really, that was a good chance to just kind of meet people, see who you're actually talking to, etc. But so the next one will be even bigger and better, and a chance to just connect with other people that are doing the same things like you, trying to change business, automate things, and actually make work easier and fun. And so that's something that's pretty cool. I have an announcement. I've been tweeting about it a little bit over the past couple of days, and I'm actually excited about it. It's something new. So it's the first for a lot of different things. First in Melbourne, but I did this kind of on purpose. So since Australia was where Nintex started, this was my first trip here. And I've been working on a personal goal for a while of putting a lot of stuff together, actually launching out today. So the book is called From Zero to 60 with Nintex, which is awesome. It's like you can go really fast. But ideally, so I'm launching the ebook. I mentioned it is actually on the community site as well. So that will be live. I am launching that today because I think it'd be a really good opportunity to get that in the hands of a lot of people. And just it's a combination of a lot of stuff that I've learned about over the years, about 8 years now with Nintex, not the company, but just working with the products. So over the years, learning a lot of different things, and it's not meant to be like this deep guide on how to build this one specific workflow, but just kind of give you an overview of what the products are, and also some things that you probably didn't know either about the company and or about the platform, how to troubleshoot and do things like that. So it's pretty close, about 107 pages. So it's not too short, not too long. Definitely like right there in that good range. But so that is available. You can find that out. And like I said, it'll be links under the video as well. So excited about that. That's actually probably one of the biggest things. I stayed up really late last night, just making sure everything was good. And so we're here in the morning. It's like, yeah, I get to launch it. I don't even know what to do. It's like, it's live, it's out there. Probably should give you the URL. I'll type that in there. It's from 0 to 60.com. So it's the words from the number 0, word 2, 60.com. Is how you get to that. But it's exciting, and I think it's something that, like I said, will help people. There is a small fee for it, but that's also because he's going to do something.
Can you write in there?
He can.
Really? Are you sure?
This is how UX people do things. This is so cool.
Oh,
Also,
no, it's reverse.
it's backwards. How do you backwards?
From 0 to 60.com.
I see. It is backwards. It's completely, but you get it. This is how we operate. We do things on the spur to make things
We're
happen.
able to look at things backwards.
Yes,
yeah.
we can look at things backwards and give you the results, literally backwards. No, yeah, so it's actually pretty cool. Excited about that. And coming with that is going to be updates and things as well. So we launched, like I said, Insight came out, NWC. We also have some new stuff in the Forms product that is coming out. And my next release of the book is going to actually deep dive into workflow troubleshooting, which is something that I think too many people have issues with, how to troubleshoot, what to do, what tools to use, etc. So I'll be going into a deep dive with that. So that's something you'll definitely, if you get the book, you'll get access to the updates as well. And it's something that you definitely want to see. But enough about me and that, more about kind of you guys and Nintex, and like, what do you want to say? Well, we can wrap this one up a little short and kind of keep it fun. So
you can go.
I'll go first. So my big thing is that I joined Nintex just as it was starting to grow. So just before John Burton came on board.
Okay.
I was here probably 3 months before that, I think.
Yeah.
And I've seen a massive change. And from a user experience point of view, it's only going to get better. There's a real sense of we need to make this easy. We need to improve this. We need to get it to the point where all the products are just easy. So it'll take a while because obviously lots of products and lots of effort, but it's going to get just better and better.
Yeah. I mean, it's biasly, I think it's a great product. I think they're all great products. But being able to take 1 and 2, so take Forms and Workflow, take Workflow and on-prem and Workflow in 365, and do a lot more with it. You can do a lot today, but doing a whole lot more, being able to see that integration where it doesn't matter where your workflows are, or I'll even say it differently, it doesn't matter where your process are, you can actually use Nintex to actually do automation with it, approvals, leave requests, all that thing. The one thing that everyone knows Nintex for is the leave request workflow, yes, but there's so much more you can do with Nintex. Mobile forms, NME, so Nintex Mobile Enterprise, being able to actually create a mobile app unique to your organization, branded, and then actually being able to push that over the air with Nintex. You can do all that with Nintex. You don't need Good. You don't need, I'm trying to think of some of the other platforms that you have out there. Drawing a blank, but any of the NDMs, you can actually use Nintex. We have our own over-the-air distribution model now, and it's something that's really easy. Shoot an email to the phone, they accept it, log in, and then the app is there. You can actually tailor it to their experience, which is really great. And there's a lot of other cool things. We had our first, I think it was the first global hackathon?
Yes.
It was the first global. So yeah, we had our first global hackathon, and that was actually kind of amazing to see what came out of that. There was a lot of things that kind of were in testing and thoughts and stuff, and reality of some of those things came out, which is really cool. And I'm using cool a lot. It was really good to see what the teams could do, but the level of innovation was there, which is what we wanted out of the company, and something that's going to just benefit you all as customers and partners long term. So definitely stay tuned to see what we do release and be on top of that, because again, it's going to be a lot of new features, new things coming out really soon that will help you continue to do what you're doing now even better. And Emily, I'll pass it on to you.
I was going to say, keep engaging with us, keep letting us know and giving us your feedback and participating and all that kind of stuff, because we love to hear from you.
Definitely.
And just, it's great to hear your voices.
Yes, yes, even if it's through text.
Even if it's through text.
You can hear your voices through text. But you actually do blogging on the side. I'm pulling this in.
My personal blogging?
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Because you traveled around, and there was actually some people in the community that kept up with you. Yeah, so it was funny because they were telling me about some of the things you were doing. I was like, oh, she's doing what? So, but yeah, it was, so you want to share something about that, or how people can get to it?
Yeah, so I have a blog, which is, no, I have a blog, but it's a, I guess it initially started off as a travel kind of and fashion. I like clothes. And it's kind of more morphed into clothing. So I don't know how interested you are, but it's called Blue Umbrella Lane. And when I left Seattle,
what?
Blue Umbrella Lane.
No, I'm just kidding. So there's an accent there. It took me a second. Blue Umbrella Lane.
Yeah. So we have laneways in Melbourne. That's kind of how it started. So we call them lanes, not alleys. And Blue Umbrella, I always liked the name of, and then I was walking past a laneway one day, and I thought that fit really well.
Blue Umbrella Lane. There you go.
So, but anyway, so when I left Seattle, I traveled across the US for 2 months and did a road trip, and so I blogged about it, and I still blog, but it's mostly around Melbourne, kind of adventures and things around here.
Yep.
So it started off as the US one, and then it's morphed into where I am now.
Yeah. So she blogs about where she is.
Yes.
Key point.
Exactly.
Ah, cool. So that'll give people the ability to kind of see, some of the things that you saw as you were traveling, which is definitely
lots of national parks.
Yes. National parks.
We pretty much camped the entire way.
Awesome. Wow. It was actually very helpful for me coming to Melbourne and actually read through. She sent me a blog about some things to do, and actually went and achieved some I didn't do so well. But that's another story for another time. But no, it's definitely, just like I said, who we are, kind of what we're doing. It's more the personal side. I will say this, because this is actually the second hangout there. I haven't answered particular questions from the community. I'm not deviating from the original intent of the hangouts, but with traveling and doing a lot of different things, wanted to kind of share what I was seeing, kind of people that I run into, where I am, and things like that, so that it's not just, okay, here's questions and answers, but more of an engagement about, again, the community, who we are, what we're doing, and then also some of the stuff, the updates and things from the products. But I will be going through Workflow 101 and then Forms 101, which are two of the chapters in the book. I'll be going through abbreviated pieces of that in the next Hangout, so that, again, we can kind of keep educating, keep giving knowledge, and growing as a community together. So that will be coming, and I will be answering questions. So don't think that I've kind of deviated from that. I haven't. I'm just kind of having fun with some of the other stuff that happens in the company as well that a lot of people may not know about. But with that being said, we're ending this Hangout a tad early because we can do that. And we're also in another country, so we can do that too. So yeah, the rules are different here. No, I'm just kidding.
We're much more casual.
Yes, very casual.
Yeah.
Very casual. Which is a good thing. A really good thing. But no, the point of this Hangout, it was one to just say welcome from Nintex in Australia. Great group of people here. They are responsible for, there's an R&D arm here, so that's research and development. The UX team is here, also product management. So for all of our products, the product managers are here. A huge group of developers are here. We have the partner team actually has field marketing here as well. We do, wow, I'm missing somebody. I know I'm missing somebody. HR, well, obviously HR, marketing. Support. There we go. Yes, support. I was like, there's another group here. Support is here as well. And that makes up the core group of who's here in the Melbourne office, of supporting not only from this time zone, but they also provide a lot of support to the US and the EMEA offices, and just continually to grow and push the company to new heights and things. So we're proud of everybody that's here. I'll say it, I am hugely proud of what the teams that are doing here, what they're doing is very inspiring, and it's very inspiring to just see people dedicated to figuring out new things. I mean, we're doing a lot of new things that have never been done with workflow products before. So that is something that is amazing to kind of see how it actually happens, how people collaborate and do those things. So the next Hangout will be from Seattle or Bellevue office, which will be fun. And we'll get back to our regularly scheduled kind of questions, answers, and what's new in Nintex. But until then, enjoy your day. And if you're seeing this recording, thank you for watching it. Tweet me a fun fact or something that you saw here that was really fun at eHarris04, and I'll definitely be able to share with these ladies and gent. We'll definitely share that out with them. But excited again just to have you a part of the community and the Hangout. And if you have any questions, tweet those or email those over to me via the community as well. And can't forget, not over promoting it, but go grab the book because it will help if you know someone that's just starting out with Nintex, or even just wanted to kind of get a refresher on some of the fundamentals of things. Check out the book. It's called From Zero to 60 with Nintex. You can grab that at FromZero to60.com. And it's something that we're pushing internally in Nintex as well, just to really kind of give people another taste of some information and how-tos around Nintex. So definitely check that out. Look forward to catching up with you later. And thanks again for watching, and have a good day. So,
See ya.
cheers and uncheers. So we'll do the blooper reel now. No, I'm just kidding. So, right,
That
cool.
still exists.
It does still exist. I guess I could end this. I should probably end this.
Yeah. All right.
That's probably. All right, cool. Peace. Have a good one.